Thanks, Rena. Up next, Alix Schiraldi took a look at the new club on campus.
The struggling economy and scary job market, students have the opportunity this semester to participate in one of Baker's newest clubs on campus, Job Club. The Job Club, hosted by the Career Development Center, is directed by Susan Wade and Kelly Burns and meets every Tuesday at 11 a.m. in the LLC. In its first meeting, Wade discussed the purpose of the new club is to be a resource for students to begin networking, building professional skills, learning about job leads and connections, and continuing to freshen up on resume building and interviewing skills. She also explained that the Job Club will host several guest speakers throughout the semester at the weekly meetings. Senior Kasey Willnauer attended the first Job Club meeting and says he had a positive experience.
I figured that it's my senior year and I needed a job after graduation, so it was the best thing I could do. It's to be the simplest and easiest. It's right there, right in front of me.
Also in the first meeting, students discussed their goals for Job Club. Many said they would like to learn more about graduate school, internship opportunities, international work, interviewing skills, and making job connections. Willnauer believes the new organization will be a beneficial source to students, especially with Wade in charge and the experience she brings.
I think it went really well. There's a good amount of people there. Showed a lot of promise with the planning for the rest of the semester, getting some good speakers, and I think it'll be quality. I think I can learn a lot from this and use it, if not for just for my first job, but for the rest of my career.
Perhaps a solution to your bad economy woes could be the weekly Job Club meetings held each Tuesday at 11 a.m. in the LLC. This has been Alix Schiraldi, KNBU TV.
Thanks, Alex. Don't change the channel. Sports Chat's up next.
Welcome to Sports. I'm Zack Rockey alongside Christopher Smith here. We're going to first start it off on the gridiron. We're here at the Liston Stadium, beautiful stadium, kind of on a cloudy, overshadowed day. But Chris, tell us how the football team did this weekend.
Well, the result was a little cloudy as well from last Saturday. We did fall 34-14 to a very good Mo Valley team on the road, on grass, something the team is not necessarily used to. But key factor was that the rushing attack just could not get going. 3 yards overall, which is rare for an attack led by Richie Bryant. Some really good tailbacks. But just couldn't get it going. Mac Brown still threw for 196 yards, had a decent game there. Weren't able to score an offensive touchdown until the fourth quarter. I think what really hurt them was that they got down 21-0 early at halftime, and it was just too much too early. So a tough result for the football team. We will look for them to bounce back this week on the blackout game against Mid-America. If I remember correctly, there might be some hard feelings about last year. Mid-America got us 42-41 in double overtime. So we will look for redemption this Saturday, that's for sure. One team that doesn't need redemption, however, is the volleyball squad.
The volleyball team played extremely well this last weekend. They traveled to Chicago, Illinois, played in the San Xavier Classic. They went 4-1, which brings their total on the season to 8-1, and they're actually first in the HAC right now. Excellent. So the volleyball team is off to a tremendous start. Brooke Pryor was the HAC Hitter of the Week. She had a great tournament last weekend, and I know all the girls had a great time when they were in Chicago. Played some volleyball, got to go out on the town, have a good time, and all that kind of stuff.
Excellent.
So, with volleyball, let's talk about kind of more your neck of the woods with soccer.
This is my area, man. Men's soccer, women's soccer, both traveling to St. Louis for a couple of games against Missouri Baptist and McKendree. Two very tough teams. The men and women won 3-0 and 5-0 against Mobap respectively. Komi Okiyoma getting on the score sheet for the men, and then Alix Schiraldi, our very own KNBUer, continuing her great form. She scored in her last 4 games for the women. And then against McKendree, 2 ranked teams, number 23 in the nation on the men. The men tied 0-0, just couldn't get on the board, but a good result on the road. And then the women with the big upset over number 12 in the country. Look for the women to be in the top 25 this week. They've had a fantastic campaign so far. Really, really great experienced players, and Margaret Dupes coming into goal, the freshman from, or the transfer student from Cal State Fullerton's really done a nice job filling Pam Brummett's shoes. So women's soccer team, certainly the dark horse. Let's move over to the cross-country team now. Zach, over in your neck of the woods, competing the Maple Leaf Invite over at the Baldwin City Sands. Some good results.
Oh yeah, for both the men and the women took first, and 4 out of the 5 girls that used their times, they're actually freshmen. So Coach Kindler's recruited a very good class this year, and the results, I mean, they took first.
I smell
So
Hat
good.
Coach of the Year again.
Exactly. And the men, they didn't do too shabby as well. They took 4th place, 2 points out of 3rd place. 4 of the 5 guys that had their times recorded were freshmen as well. So this is a great recruiting class for Coach Kindler, and we expect great things out of the cross-country teams in the next couple, years.
All right, well, that's all we got for sports this week. We'll kick it back to the studio.
Thanks, guys. Hope you enjoyed the show this week. I'm Tiffany Brown.
And I'm Jessica Mulvaney. Join us again next week for another episode of Orangeline.